what's going on, everybody? This is Penn, and welcome back to the channel. So I had some downtime, and Kaleidescape released the movie store. It was an update to their latest player called the Strato V. And if you're not familiar with Kaleidescape or you haven't heard of the company before, I'm going to leave a link down in the video description of a video that I did, giving you like a first impressions, what the company is all about, and pretty much it's just another option in this space. But this is going to be more of an update video and giving you the good, the bad, the ugly. So we're on the player here, and I currently only have one movie downloaded. So you notice here, there's a movie store now integrated into the operating system of this device, which this is a good thing because this is one of the things that I suggested the company do like right off the back. So it didn't take them long to put the movie store in here. I just felt as if people are paying the MSRP or they're going through a dealer network, these things should be standard and should be available day one, not 3 to 4 weeks down the road. So I'm gonna go to this movie here. One of the viewers suggested this, 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. And we have some new options here. We have play scene and play movies, not new, but movie store. And it takes you to related movies. You can go by director and by cast. So this is another quick way to hop into the movie store if you want to see what's related to this film. But I'm going to show you something better. Now, if you see a glare in this video, my computer is on. So if you see anything that's standing out RGB wise, it's my PC. All right, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to Browse Store. Now, everyone was talking about, let me just go back. There we go. So this is the store. It's very smooth. It gives you sort of like that yellow highlighted border when you select something. And we have something called My Movies. These are all the films that I've purchased so far on my Kaleidescape. Now, I don't have any television shows as of yet. I'm looking into it. It's just me finding the time to actually binge through the TV shows, honestly. Movies are easier to digest, at least with my schedule. So before I get into that, you have featured. Feature are going to be films that are either currently in theaters or they're almost out of theaters, but you're getting the highest quality when it comes to the Kaleidescape ecosystem. And then you have new release movies. So Inside Out 2 recently came out. As you can see, it's available. Now, this one costs $30. If you're using platforms like Vudu, Movies Anywhere, or Apple, you may see a similar price, maybe around 24 or 20 bucks, things like that. The studios dictate the pricing, especially on Kaleidescape, and they dictate when they go on sale. All right, so you see here, there's movies, and you can separate these. You can view by genre. See, so this platform also makes it extremely easy for you to discover content or find something to watch because it's an easy to use user interface. You can't go wrong with this. Television, action, comedy. Now, this is their store. This is their cloud. At a press of a button, you have access to any of these content that's in the store. Granted, you're paying for it. Now, you do have the ability to rent. They have new 4K arrivals. September Spectacular, This Just In movies, recommended for you. So they're constantly adding things that's available for pre-order at the moment. So I'm still waiting for that Wolverine and Deadpool to arrive. And I imagine like sometime in September, that would be available for pre-order. So it's all good. Then they got a Just In TV section. And you see the categories that they handpicked and selected for their clientele. And it works. I mean, it's very easy to understand, very easy to use. And it's just one of those things where when it comes to Kaleidescape, it was never a question on the user interface or it being like too complicated or too complex. It always stood out as something that was fluent and made sense. And I'm just going through the different sections here or categories, but you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. It's a lot of stuff when it comes to this movie store. And this is one of the things that I'm liking with the update. And I'm going to get into why you technically don't have to go back out to the main menu. You can just stay in the store because it's integrated into the operating system. I had to take a small break there. But this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this is just me scrolling through the interface, just seeing what the store has available. And this is all the films that Kaleidescape has in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I'm going to have to go through this at my own pace. All right, so this is what they have to offer from the Marvel side of things. I'm just going to go through these categories here. You can feel free to pause the video. But as you can see, it's super easy to find something that you're into. If you're not into one genre, keep scrolling. You may find something that you like. Top pick for kids, if you have a family, things like that. Sports dramas, sports documentaries, family musicals, library essentials, box office hits. Very nice. So they have their sections broken down like this. Now, I'm going to get into my movies. Check this out. Now, one of the biggest things when it came to the Kaleidescape Strato V was, hey, we don't have the full Kaleidescape experience where it has this movie wall where on the older systems or the higher end systems when dealing with Kaleidescape, when you saw the system, you saw a movie wall, you had a shuffle feature, and you saw something similar to this. Well, guess what? This is in the movie store natively. Now, I'm going to get into why I'm going to be using this versus backing out to the main menu. Check this out. I'll go to here, Jackie Chan, The Foreigner. So you see when it's highlighted, right? Now, if I press the left button, the left directional button, I have a home, I have a back, and this is the shuffle feature. Watch this. It doesn't happen automatically. I have to press it. Boom. These are all the films that either Jackie Chan played in or are related or what Kaleidescape suggests you watch. And I remember seeing Bleeding Steel a while back. I forgot what device I was using. But some of these movies I didn't even see yet. So the shuffle feature is powerful. And guess what? This is pretty much going to be the closest you can get to a higher end Kaleidescape system without spending the high end costs. Okay? Now, all of this that I'm showing you is in the cloud, and you can purchase anything that I'm showing you on this screen. Now, I'm going to be getting into what I talked about in a previous video with the HD titles and what's going on with that. It's not everything, but it still needs to be addressed once more. And if you go back, this is my library. So check this out. From here, this is the movie that I have actually downloaded on my system. And it'll let you know what you have downloaded and what you don't have downloaded. But check this out. I can resume the movie from here, and it's going to play back. So I don't need to go all the way back in the home screen if I'm using the movie store. Why? Because let's say I want to watch multiple films. I may want to watch one film that's in my library, and then after I see this, I may want to do this. Let's use the shuffle again. What are the movies that are relatable to this? And then I may want to purchase and download something that's not in my cloud. The beauty of this type of setup is that you can have 13,000 movies. You can just download up to the terabyte limit. Your movies are stored in your purchase history, they're stored in their cloud, and it's essentially an unlimited cloud. All you have to do is just get your own content. And this is directly from the studios at the highest fidelity. It it really don't get much better than this. You have some DIY players that's out there that I've covered on my channel, but it's not the same conceptually wise. It's just something that's totally different. It's do it yourself versus paying a premium for a system that does it for you and does it well. And that's what I like about it. So you see here, this is 1917. And it's going to give me war movies that are relatable. Now, I don't have 1917 on here. I did see this a couple of times actually. And this is how good the security is on this player. Look at this. You can rent this or you can purchase this title. Now, I can purchase on my browser without a passcode. I can purchase on my cell phone without a passcode. But when you're using this device, they figure, hey, this is plugged up to a TV or a sound system, and anybody can just come in and just use your account and just start purchasing titles without you knowing. They figure a computer will be locked down because it has a password attached to it, and especially your phone, it has a passcode. So on this setup, you have to use a passcode in order to purchase. And I like that. That's one thing that I do like. Okay. And it's really pretty much straightforward from there. Like I said earlier, the video that I'm going to leave attached in my description is going to give you like a general overview and my first impressions of the Kaleidescape Strato V. But you don't have to go back out in the main menu again. You can honestly just use the store. Because when I'm on Apple TV and when I want to purchase something from their store, I'm in their application store and I can view my content from there. So the whole concept previously of, oh, the Strato V doesn't have the movie wall, it doesn't look like the Kaleidescape full experience. Okay, well, you have the experience inside the store. It's going to be the closest thing to the higher end models. I mean, it has the shuffle feature. This is a wall. The posters are high fidelity. Text is readable. Everything is understandable. This is an experience. This is an improved experience versus the day one firmware on this device. And it's just something that I wanted to bring out to the table. Like The Incredibles. Check this out. And I actually own that. That's in. So this is my library right here. Shuffle. And I think the only difference is the higher end models, they have it to where you can use the shuffle automatically so that when you have something selected, it automatically does it. It just takes me a second or two and I get the same thing. So, and these are all the movies that are relatable to The Incredibles or more in that family or kids themed, type of genre. And it's awesome. See, got The Incredibles. Then I can download this to my system. 4K, SDR, HDR10. This is Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. And you see, owned in 4K. All right. So that's the good, when it comes to the Kaleidescape Strato V. And you have to watch my previous videos. So this is sort of like a review and process type of thing. And I want to get into like the bad and the ugly, right now. All right, so in this segment is going to be what's the bad that I noticed so far on Kaleidescape, and then ultimately what's going to be the ugly. All right, so and this video is overdue. I've been busy with projects and gaming, but we gonna get into it, y'all. All right, so this is my movies. So you saw this on the actual display on the player, and if I go to Strato V compatibility, and I also will link a video where I touched on why certain high definition files as of the time of this video or the time of that video was not compatible or will not play with the Strato V player. And it says it here. Strato V plays a different HD movie format than earlier Kaleidescape players. Most high definition content on the store has been converted to be playable on Strato V. Keyword is most, and more will come over time. All standard definition and 4K movie store content will be playable on Strato V. At this time, out of my purchase history, one high definition movie is not compatible with my player. So they did some improvements. Den of Thieves is not yet compatible. So if I were to download this, I'm limited. Well, this doesn't have a standard definition version and a high definition version. It's just HD. So I simply can't download it at this time. That's the bad when it comes to the Kaleidescape Strato V. In a nutshell, I have a dedicated video on this. So if you want to see that, it would be in the description. Now, what they did do, and let me find it, Battle Royale, right here. This movie was not compatible, I believe, on my prior video. Now, when I go to download, it says download to Pen Strato V, and this will download in HD. They fixed this. And this is one of those older films. So I don't know if they're watching me or someone sending them my content, but they're definitely listening. And they're in the forums, they're on YouTube, they're at these industry events like Cedia. They pay attention and implement the feedback. They just do it on their own time. And one of the things that I wanted was the movie store on the player. And a lot of people wanted that actually. And they did it. And they're improving their compatibility with high definition files with the Strato V. They're doing that. Majority of the HD files are playable. Yes, that's true. So with anything, you're going to have some caveats, some pros and cons. This thing is a work in progress, but it's a polished product once you get your film or your television show that you want to watch or your music concert or your documentary. It truly is like a game changer when it comes to my entertainment theater setup. All right. But the bad is still the bad. And they need to continuously work on that and make it known if a movie cannot be compatible, then it needs to be labeled clearly. Okay. Now we're going to get into the ugly. Some people are discovering the Strato V and they're going through what's called a dealer network where they're filling out this information and they're finding a dealer locally. So maybe they can try out the player for themselves to see if it's worth their money, or they can get like a demo of it in person to see if someone's willing to connect with them. And I'm just going to say it here. The MSRP for this thing is going to be $4,000 plus tax. Now, here's the thing. When you find a dealer, the price that you would pay through a company like Best Buy will oftentimes not be the price that you pay when you go through a dealer. Now, If you need a dealer, get in contact with me, and then I will hook you up with a guy that I know, that I've done business with personally. I cannot tell you the price I paid. That would break in gentleman's agreement. I can tell you that it would be worth it. But the ugly, I'm going to show you. You got Audio Vice, Dream Media, Epic Systems, Best Buy. These are the different online establishments that Kaleidescape is working with. I'm going to go to Audio Vice actually. And you see here, I mean, that's going to add some tax to it. All right. So that's essentially $4,000. it's a $4,000 player, no matter how you slice and dice it. However, when you go through a dealer network, you're able to get this price lowered. It just depends on who you're dealing with. And that business is between you and the dealer. Okay. And that's essentially it. The ugly, honestly, for a lot of people, excuse me, is going to be the price. What I found is people that are busy in their careers, you know, they have a family life going on, you know, more involved in a social life. They don't mind paying a premium for something that simply works. If you understand what you're getting into, a lot of people is going to be getting into this ecosystem and not having an issue because they're looking for something that's going to solve their problem. And, you know, that's just what it comes down to. And that's really it. Any additional information as the news come out, I will be making content on it. But I have done live streams that cover this along with prior videos that's more in depth. So definitely feel free to check those out and let me know what you think. And until next time, peace out. Thank you for watching and take care.